Welcome, graduates, family, and friends, to the 2021 Oregon Health and Science University, Portland State University School of Public Health graduation ceremony. Thank you for joining us today to celebrate our students. I'm David Bangsberg, Dean of the school, and I welcome you on behalf of our two partner universities and on behalf of our associate and assistant deans, our program directors, our faculty and staff, all who are deeply committed to your success. Today is our fifth commencement ceremony as one school combined by two universities. We have 4 students graduating with a PhD, 101 graduating with a master's degree, 4 with a graduate certificate, and over 380 students graduating with a bachelor's degree, every one who make us very proud. I also want to acknowledge our graduates' families and friends who are joining us today, whose encouragement and support were invaluable in the achievements that we celebrate. Thank you. Graduates, you are the reason that we are here, to celebrate your success, your hopes and aspirations for the future. And this has been a tough year in many ways. I know for you, for your families, for all of us. But I believe our future is brighter because of your commitment to change and your belief that we have the power to shape a healthier, more just, and more equitable world. The events of the past year, the COVID-19 pandemic, the health inequity it has exposed, the racial inequity and injustice, the poverty and houselessness, have elevated the field of public health into national consciousness. We now have a platform to be heard and a platform for change, and it is upon us to use those platforms. As you have heard me say many times throughout the year, the School of Public Health, and as public health professionals, it is our responsibility to recognize and to address the devastating impacts that systemic racism, white supremacy, oppression, and state-sanctioned violence have on the safety and security and health of our Black, Indigenous, Asian American, transgender, Pacific Islander, Latino, Latina, and other people of color. The fight for racial justice is taking too long, and things just don't change. But we must not be deterred in doing this hard work. We must keep our eyes on the mission, and we must continue to call out the inequities and injustices when we see them, until there is enduring change. In his famous commencement speech at Oberlin College 56 years ago, Dr. Martin Luther King said, "Let nobody give you the impression that the problem of racial injustice will work itself out. Let nobody give you the impression that only time will solve the problem. It comes through the tireless efforts and the persistent work of dedicated individuals." Yes, this battle is a long one, and you may not see the results of your efforts for a very long time. But as Dr. King also said, the time is always right to do right. Today, we need you, our future public health leaders, now more than ever, to do this work, to change the system. We need you in the game because together it can be done. We need public health practitioners, scientists, educators to move upstream to confront the legacy of these injustices at the population level, to address the social determinants of health, reverse the toxic stress of racism and other forms of hatred, to take on issues of mental health, substance use, suicide, gender, transgender equity, and so much more. Yes, there is much work to be done, but you are ready. And this is why you chose the field of public health. This is what brought you here today. And now, I have the great pleasure to introduce one of our region's leading public health professionals, our keynote speaker, Dr. Frank Franklin, the Principal Epidemiologist and Inaugural Director of the Epidemiology, Analytics, and Evaluation Division at the Multnomah County Health Department. Dr. Franklin's research and practice includes connections between toxic stress and neurologic development, forensic epidemiology, violent crime, tort law, substance use, and mental health services, as well as the administrative and evidence law. Thank you, Dr. Franklin.